You enter you explore the fort. You defeat your enemy. You continue your... Another night falls thanks to the Lapiduch. There has been an increase in vermin in your village over the last few days. You have dealt with the rodents, but you are in luck. Your herbalist prepares lotions and salves and tries their best to sway the tide of the illness. Unfortunately, the plague... You travel through the hills in search of resources, and you come across the remains of an old settlement. The houses are small, almost built into the hills themselves, and the two orcs speak together in a foreign tongue, which sounds a lot like... The orc woman frowns, and the conversation goes well, and so inside the vault you find a supply of various... You share the spoils and sit by the fire with the orcs. There is an awkward distance between the groups, but it is certainly progress. The orcs get up to leave, but the woman nods in a... You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. The lead dwarf spits. Your men stand firm. showing off their strength and confidence. The dwarf leader You have defeated the dwarven bandits. You realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a last act of dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged. A group of nomads is traveling through these lands. They are a mixed group made up of all peoples of Easterlands, including men, goblins, and orcs. A few of them break away from the group and walk towards you. They are armed, but their weapons are not drawn. However, you do spot some archers eyeing you up as well. The nomads raise their hands and speak. Greetings, fellow travelers. May we speak? We are merely passing by and mean you no harm. Our people have survived together on the journey for many years now, and we do not seek to abandon our path. We are, however, in need of resources, and in exchange, we have goods to offer. Herbs. Wonderful. One always needs medicine on the road. We can offer you a ranged weapon we recently liberated from a traveler who no longer walks the road, and perhaps even some supplies. Wonderful. May the journey keep you safe, and may the road be ever clear, traveler. As you explore the land, a long shadow covers the You outrun the strain. One of you runs so fast they feel nimbler. You find your way back to the elven guardian, Alicia, and discover him sitting on a rock, meditating. He still looks very weak, but as you walk towards him, he wakes and looks at you. So you have what we need? Later. Let us make the compass while I have the strength. Alicia stretches out his arms for you to hand him the shards. When you do, he closes them in his palms and begins to sing. You do not understand the language, but his voice is soft as a whisper on the wind. Each word feels like a flower petal gently caressing your skin, and the melody carries in the air like a sweet smell of home-baked cakes or your mother's smile. When the song stops, you feel your souls lifted with joy, and you see a silver acorn in Alicia's hands. The acorn has a blue light on its top, and it points in one direction wherever you move it. The elf speaks, but you can barely hear him. His body has become almost transparent. Yes, this will lead you. I would go myself, but you see how much strength this has cost me, so it is up to you now. Beware, now that the compass is made, I feel a great power resides in the direction it points to. Make sure you're ready to face whatever hides at your journey's end before you go. Good, good. Now go and help secure a future for both Thea and mankind. As you explore the land, a long shadow covers the You outrun. One of you has never... You approach what looks like an animal lair. You feel strong magic protecting this place, but with the compass, you are able to see it and enter. Inside the lair, you see a stump of an enormous burnt-out tree and a gigantic snake-like creature intertwined around it. It has the long, slithering body of a snake and a forked tongue, yet its head is more like a drake. With sharp teeth and horned skull, it also hides wings on its back. It is staring right at you. So, the saviors of Thea have finally slithered in. I waited a long while for this. Sure are you? And why is that? The mother tree does not reside in one place, silly mortal. And so, yes, this is her, in a way. I thought it fitting to snatch her seed and lay in wait right here. So, if you are victorious, the seed can be sown without delay, and if you follow another path, the mother will watch her defeat once more. I don't know yet. I have many names. Some call me Worm, some Slibinas, Zmish, but you can call me Zmei the Devourer. It sounds more threatening that way, does it not? Damn, it did, didn't it? Oh well, Zmei will do. Who am I, you asked before? I am the ever-changing fate, the roll of the dice, the sudden storm on a clear day. Chaos, that is what I am. Like the darkness, yes, I suppose so. But complete darkness, like it was before this seed started growing its tiny power. So I suppose I seek to throw us back into the void. A void is wonderfully chaotic, you see. Die? That's saying a lot. Many creatures may die, you certainly will. But I, for one, am curious what a lifeless Thea would look like. It was all going so wonderfully well until the sun decided to come back on us. To your first statement, I say I am no fortune teller. Were you to leave right now, I will likely stay, or maybe not, who knows. To your second request, no. Now, before we continue our talk and address the possibility of confrontation, I advise you to decide if you are indeed ready. For if we proceed, and if I am victorious in either flesh or mind, you will seal the fate of your precious Thea. I do not like duels that are uneven, so last chance to come back when you're ready. You have defeated the Zmei. His monstrous body collapses with a thump and lies lifeless beneath your feet. But from beneath the carcass appears a much smaller worm, smiling at you as he speaks. My, defeated by a bunch of villagers. Although it is a fate that great heroes share with me, I never thought a pitchfork could be my earthly undoing. Your gods do laugh at me now. How I do love chaos. How I long to witness what wonderful fate humanity will bring us now. Well done, my friends. Here is your coveted cosmic seed. You place it on the tree's stump and paint this ancient rune with your own blood. The Zmei draws the symbol with his tongue. After that, this place will fall under a protection spell that even I won't be able to penetrate. In time, a long time, most likely several of your generations, the tree will grow once more. Or it will not. Its fate is in your hands. I shall watch your decision with pleasure, little one. With his last words, the Zmei turns around and disappears into thin air. You walk up to the stump and place the seed in the center. You begin drawing the symbol. You notice that a group of non-humans stands close by, trying desperately to walk through some invisible barrier. You're not sure if it is the Zmei, the elf, or maybe the old sage that is helping you, but it matters not. You finish the ritual, and just like the Zmei said, the seed is absorbed into the tree's stump. Immediately, you see life return to the ancient wood, and a single, thin, long branch reaches out with a tiny green leaf, delicately rustling in the wind. You feel power growing in this place, power beyond any magic, life itself perhaps. The invisible force pushes you away, gently yet firmly. Slowly, the place becomes less and less material, until it dissolves before your very eyes. You know you will not see it again, and yet hope grows in your hearts. It will take long years before Thea is restored to its former glory, but it is thanks to your efforts that it will be restored. A young elf approaches you. You do not know me, but I am Alicia's kin. I arrived too late to help you, and I have seen my father's death in my dreams. I wish to make up for my tardiness and join your village. Will you have me? Your scouts report something of interest nearby and mark it. Your scouts. search through. You defeat your enemy. You continue your scouting and find an old stockroom, still stacked with good resources. You approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.